Oh, that feels so good. What we're talking about today is a way for you to pure your irons and hit your driver a ton farther just by changing the way you feel ball striking. The most consistent, powerful ball strikers don't have the ability to hit the ball well from this position. This is hitting down a lot, but what they do is they learn how to hit out. And by hitting out, you're sending more energy from the club into the ball. Instead of sending your club straight down to the ground, you're losing power that way. You're losing consistency. When I'm hitting down, this club could come into the ground at many different points. When I'm hitting out, this club can come into the ground at one point. We are looking at power and consistency just by hitting more out to the ball. And the way we do this is we think about where the club head is approaching from. To hit out to the ball, we need the club head more behind us, swinging out to about this point here in front of the ball. And I've got a great drill for you I want you to stay tuned for. We can get this club traveling more out. So when I do a simple chip shot here, I'm going to swing back, the club is behind me, I'm going to swing through, the club is staying out in front of me here. The hands are more out. Look at that. I barely swung and the ball went. All because the club was staying behind me, going out here. So take an alignment stick. We're gonna get 2 alignment sticks for this drill. One alignment stick represents where the club head is going to be, approaching from. Another alignment stick represents where the club head needs to be when you finish. You'll see how it's a slight diagonal line. And we're just going to touch the clubs to these sticks. So we're not hitting a ball just yet. When I go back, club head in line with that stick. When I go through, club head in line with this stick. And to give you an idea of the distance between these, it's about a foot inside of my club here on the ground. And it's about a foot and a half out in front of this club head. So that means that we are swinging on a line that is in to out, which is the path you need to really pure your golf shots. And we're starting with basic chip shots here to get a feeling what it's like to hit out. Because if you're hitting down, and I'm just sending this club down, then my club will never get to that stick. But if I'm hitting out, my club head will get to that stick. And you can see the difference in the way those swings work. In the first one where I'm hitting down, I have to shorten my arms into impact. So I'm stopping. My swing slows down. My contact's inconsistent. But when I hit it pure and I trace these sticks, my weight stays forward, my arms are straight. My shoulders really move faster through the ball, even though I don't swing that hard. That's where that effortless feeling power is coming from. I can see out of my peripheral vision that stick, so I can see the club tracing to that stick and then tracing to this stick. I might hit the ball into that stick. I have never done this drill before, but I think it's really cool. Something I just made up today. All right, good. So it had the desired effect. The club hit the stick, and when I finished, what did I see? I saw my hands out here, the club out there. And this is so big because when the club is out there with these hands, look at how the club is pointed 45 degrees to the sky. When the club is like this, the club face is square. So you're starting your shots straighter. You don't see a whole lot of hand rotation through impact like this. That's because the ball would just dive left on me. You don't see what is common with hitting down, the arms flailing and shortening up. So just a simple test of your ability to hit out, changing from hitting down to hitting more out, will help you compress the ball so much more. Let's do this again. Peripheral vision, there it is again. I'm barely swinging and that ball is going into this wind. It's a pretty violent wind out today. And the contact is amazing. The contact's pure because I don't have that variable of where that club is just being thrown down into the ground. No, when I'm hitting out, the club naturally has a bottoming out point. So this is my left shoulder, my left arm staying straight. If I just swung it back and through, this is my left arm hitting naturally out to the ball. That club always hits down on the ground. But if I swung my left arm wherever I wanted, I can hit down in many different spots. But this is a natural contact point, bottoming out point for my left arm. So we just keep that intact. When you're hitting out, we're just leveraging that. That's the fancy laws of physics and geometry at work here. It's a beautiful thing because it allows us to be consistent at golf. So we're going to hit out again. And you might even start seeing the ball start to draw a little bit, curve a little bit to the left. So full swing, how does it work with full swing? Well, you want the same idea, but we're going to take these sticks out of the way. So we've got an idea of what it's like to hit out. Now, we have to see, what do we need to do to get the club in a position to hit out from? So the feeling is, we got the club here against that one stick. So the club has to approach from here to strike it really well. But when we have a full swing, we need to go back farther. So when I swing down, I need the club to be behind me. That means when I start my downswing, I can't push the club over, and I certainly can't throw the club straight down. Or do that. It's as if there's a line on the ground continuing to the ball. And if I had a wall, and I could set up a wall, I would. This is pretty mean. That would be me hitting out to the ball on that path. Now check this out, cameraman. The wall of punishment for any person who swings over the top, slices, or hits down too much. Do not let your club hit this wall. This is like the equivalent of the Berlin Wall. You can't cross it. We're not going to tear down the wall, though, today. So when I swing, boom, out to the right, I can't touch those sticks. You'll just know. You'll know. If I swing over the top, I'm going to get sliced by the wall. So let's hit it. There we go. Hitting out to the ball. I can't hit down from there. I've created an impossible wall. Impossible. Impassable? Impossible. Ah, yes. Now, if I was to... Ooh, that's violent. That is dangerously good. That's my wall. Do not break my wall. Beautiful. It has to be beautiful. Like it can't be bad because I'm hitting from the correct spot and I'm hitting out. It's like that Franz Ferdinand song, Take Me Out. The club's just telling you, take me out. Don't touch the wall. All right, so I'm really afraid of hitting that wall, and I actually hit that one a little thin. That will happen when that wall is in the way. You'll notice it. It's the most violent wall, the most intimidating wall. The closer you get to it, the more aggressive you've got to be with your swing, the tougher it is. So you can see I'm really swinging out to the right here. I'm hitting these pushes and push draws because I'm swinging a lot more out to the right. So when I hit this shot, you'll see the club traveling out. It's going more out this way, and that's enabling me to strike it solid with the correct swing path. Like I said, this applies for driver too, all the clubs in the bag. Start with your irons first, it's a big change. Look at that club just traveling right out to the ball. Extremely powerful. I've got some great drills in my free mini course at go.saguto.golf. It's 17 videos, 45 minutes of video content to make you a better ball striker. Check it out in the link in the comments below. Some excellent drills on how to eliminate slicing and hooking from your game. Just hit it straight and bomb it. Now let's just get the driver out because it's fun. We can't do this without the driver. Look at that slight diagonal line. Now, this line, that's parallel to my target line. So envision that's my target line. Look at this line. They're not parallel. That's what you want. This line should always be pointed more right than that line. Don't touch that wall. I'm really afraid to hit that wall. But you can see the club staying behind me with the driver. The ball is definitely drawing. And that's what this drill does. Club head staying behind the hands, ball traveling straight with a baby draw. Tee coming out of the ground. So it's the same rules with the driver. We just don't touch the wall. And now that I've got that visual in my head, it's almost like in my peripheral vision I can see a path out to the right. So I can't hit that wall. That is launched. All from the power of just keeping a wall in your mind. It's the most freeing wall that's ever existed because it breaks you free from short drives, inconsistent contact, all those bad things that happen in the golf swing can be fixed just by having your own wall set up right here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in a future episode.